gonna start with that. We're gonna start with this. So you read the screen. It says Drake has filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group and Spotify, accusing them of using bots, payola, and deceptive business practices and false advertisement to boost Kendrick Lamar's track "Not Like Us." Drake has initiated legal action against both his label, Universal Music Group, and the streaming giant Spotify, alleging a concerted effort to artificially inflate the success of Kendrick Lamar's diss track "Not Like Us" at his expense. According to legal documents filed in Manhattan court today, Drake, through his company Frozen Moments LLC, accuses UMG and Spotify of orchestrating schemes involving bots, payola, deceptive practices, and false advertisements and manipulating streaming numbers for Lamar's track. The lawsuit claims that UMG employed covert payments to platforms, including radio stations, to promote "Not Like Us" extensively, which is known legally as payola and is prohibited by the FCC. The legal filing details that alleged strategy where UMG paid Spotify to recommend "Not Like Us" to users, even though searching for unrelated content, thereby creating a false impression of the song's popularity. It further alleges that Siri was manipulated to misdirect users asking for Drake's music to the Lamar diss track instead. Drake's accusations also include claims that UMG terminated employees perceived as loyal to him, suggesting a concerted effort to undermine his career by boosting Lamar's. This lawsuit comes on the heels of a bitter public feud between the two artists where "Not Like Us" became a focal point, achieving significant commercial success and chart performance. The filing paints a picture of a zero-sum game with the music industry where UMG's alleged actions to promote Lamar's song directly impacted Drake's music visibility and sales. The lawsuit invokes the Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organizations Act, aka the RICO, alongside New York State's laws on deceptive business practices. All right. Now, people, black folks in the comment, here we go. And now we about to run it up again. Meanwhile, if you play someone else's album on Apple Music and the minute the last song stops, it's a Drake song starting. Somebody wrote "Light Skin Behavior." Somebody wrote "That Boy Pressed," LOL. Crash Out Badly. It's crazy how he really can't take a L. Somebody wrote "This nigga called the cops." Somebody wrote "Still listening to the Not Like Us button," or "We just like the song. He would only know these practices to be true if he benefited from them previously. Going out like a straight P word. And now we about to run it up again. Light Skin Behavior. I'm going to go ahead and share another one. So this is the response from UMG. Universal Music Group responds after Drake initiated legal action against them and Spotify. The suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of his artists is offensive and untrue. So some people wrote, I'm sure Drake team must have proof. Drake better leave them white men alone before he be Diddy's cellmate. Kendrick better than Drake button. I personally gave Not Like Us 562,000 streams myself. The amount of streams Not Like Us is about to get after this, it will not be number one leading into Black History Month. 2024, the downfall of Aubrey Graham. Drake the type of guy you find and hide and go seek and then he cry. Drake the type of guy you find and hide and go seek and then he cry and say he wasn't even playing. Fuck you was in the washing machine for. Sometimes you gotta pop out and accuse niggas. Drake a sucker and he not like us. So what I want to touch on is this concept. Well, for one, let me say, first of all, shout out to Umar.
You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
Somebody made a point about he's benefited from these practices before. Okay. But he never, first of all, this was never documented in any beat that he's had. That's what he was doing to get more streams. Okay. Not Like Us was suggested to me like mad times on Spotify. Okay. And I think a lot of people reported Not Like Us being in their on repeat playlist. On repeat is songs that you've listened to a lot before. There are songs from this album on my on repeat. I've only played the album twice. I played some of it twice. I played it one time through, and then I played a little bit the other day. So I kind of can hear it, got to get a feel for it. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just not like, I can't really say I like the lyrics. Even on the first track, it sounds like he's saying something. You know what I mean? I think it's some dope beats, but it's like I said in the other video, I don't like Kendrick for being direct. That's not really what fits him. It makes his bars sound a little empty. You know what I mean? I'm like, and then he's doing this whole thing with the whole like rapping like he like, rap like this. No, you're just doing. You're too deep in the voice. You're doing too much of the voice. You're doing too much of the thing, and you got he's not doing what actually works for him. What works for you is cramming and squeezing as many words as you can into a bar as possible while being on beat and rapping your heart out. That's what Kendrick is good. I mean, Kendrick's style is a kitchen sink style. Kendrick is really good at making his effort sound good. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you think about like a Kendrick verse or the ones you really enjoy, it usually involved a lot of it was flow. A lot of it was flow and the production he picked and just kind of just turning his voice into a whole instrument that he plays, which I think is very good. But that's what he's good at. He's not really like, the most like, I'm not sure why I think he's so lyrical. But I think his verses are amazing. I think he has great verses. He puts great verses together. Not really in the recent years like that too much. But anyway, so I want to get into this concept. So the consensus is because you're taking legal action, because you strongly believe and you have proof, because it's not like he can just say the shit. This is a lawsuit, meaning that there's going to be lawyers involved. And this is what we mean by the willful ignorance by you niggas. Pardon. As if you don't understand the concept of suing. These are uniquely black concepts that are mostly based around keeping black men marginalized and limiting what black men can say, what they can think, what they can wear. The concept of corny is meant to govern black men and make you behave in a low vibrational way, because we have so many things that is not seen as not cool in the society. And also we've seen a lot of comments about he's showing his white side. This is a serious situation, but again, it proves my point about you want to bring the winner down to your level. That's that liberal bullshit. I heard Angry Man break this down about I might have to share the video, man. It's called how wokeism needs to die. And he touched on the concept of competition. Now, I briefly learned about Karl Marx, but I didn't know much about Karl Marx. One of the reasons why socialism and all these different things can be the negative things because we're not allowing the best of us to shine. When there's too much charity, basically those of us who I'm not saying need to die off, but people who have certain behaviors and certain thoughts need to die off. Because listen, at the end of the day, if welfare didn't exist, people would have had to find a different way to eat. And in that way, they will be self-sufficient. Because the thing is, people who receive food stamps are not living a different life than you. They make less, but they're not living a different life than you. These are regular people who could be on food stamps, right? But all the same, there are people who are in the same circumstance who eat every day. Why are they able to eat? And again, no one's don't get me wrong. If you're in a situation where you're not able, like this, say you're physically disabled, you know what I mean? You're not able to leave the house. You're someone who has epilepsy, shit like that. That's understandable, right? But everyone doesn't have that problem. A lot of times, this is just the mindset of how we see things. The mindset is everything. Yo, I finally have broken through. I'm officially a professional content creator. I'm getting paid doing this shit now. I'm getting paid to make videos now. But if I didn't have the mindset of being honest with myself and being able to assess what's going on here, what are the steps, what needs to happen, what makes the most sense. This plan. I've been making content really forever. I've been making content arguably since you could upload content online. You know what I mean, back when I was on Facebook a lot, back in 2000, really back as far as 2007, I was putting up videos. 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, I was putting up videos. I just didn't understand the potential. And I just needed just to stay online and keep creating and keep putting music out and just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing stopping me. I just was too cheap. You know what I'm saying? Too cheap, too broke, too lazy. You know what I mean? That's why we gotta save these young men out here. All right, we gotta fortify their minds. So many different things is attacking your manhood from that sugar, that literally sugar, lack of sunlight, too much prime, too much greasy food, too much, you know what I'm saying? Too much food that's not whole foods. All right, not enough water, not enough sleep. All I'm saying, stressful people, selfish people who drain you. People in these comment sections are talking about Drake as if Drake has not been putting in work, putting niggas on. That was when Drake gets on your record, your family and everyone around you gets to eat or has the opportunity to eat now because he's on your record. Think about all the people whose careers took off after Drake hopped on a record. Let me share a quick video before I get out of here, man. Y'all deserve me anyway. This is from the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gilly and Wallow. And this is Four Bats, I believe. And he's making a really important point. He said you can't make Drake hop on the song. That's Drake.
Just to his point, how did this person hop on the song? I'm like, yo, you think anyone can make Drake hop on a song?
Let me ask you a question. How did Drake hop on 21 Savage song? How did he jump on Block Boy JB? The Migos? He just jumped on it. It was hot.
That's what he do.
Future. Tony Montana.
That's what he been doing.
Tony Montana.
I totally forgot, yo, that he got the Migos lit. I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot he helped get the Migos lit. And countless other people that, yo, not saying we would have never heard of him or nothing like that, but yo, him having a verse on Versace was like really, really impactful, bro. Travis Scott too. Like, I started liking Travis Scott because of the track he had on that Drake album. If you read this, it's too late. Because I heard him before and whatnot, but his sound really came together when he, I guess, was working with Drake more.
Montana.
You can't make Drake hop on a song. It's Drake.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real too, man. Shout out to Drizzy for making a lot of motherfuckers hot, man.
Mm-hmm. Let me say something, right? It's interesting because
you already know if you got a record and it's moving and a nigga.
Always think it's interesting to watch people interact. And somebody tries to start talking at the wrong time. Yo, Gilly pushing through.
Like Drake hop on your shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know, people don't
It's a
give
fucking
Drake enough.
blessing,
People
man.
don't give him his. Obviously, I think they do, but they don't. Like, even what he's going through now, right? We all know the obvious, but like, it's not only gonna hurt him, it's gonna hurt other.
Real quick, somebody wrote, Drake wasn't doing favors, y'all. He hopped on hit songs to stay relevant as well. It was a win-win, not charity. He rides waves. And that's why you niggas keep losing and you don't have anything. Because you can't see what victory is. Black men gotta make room for that possibility, bro. Look at where you at. Look at how you have to live. Look how your woman treats you. Look how you think the world see you, whether they saying it or not. Think about how you think the world see you. It's not normal. You're not living, bro. You're not living. That's not life. Being disrespected is not life. Someone being close to you and they don't have your best interest at heart, that's not life. Someone saying they're your friend and they don't got your back when it's important, when they know something's important to you, that's not life. It's not healthy. That is the devil. Okay? At the end of the day, when the man hopped on people's records and he didn't have to, it benefited them and everyone around them. So what if he benefits too? It's called being smart. Is he supposed to hop on whack records? What the fuck are y'all talking about? I get angry about these things because, for one, again, if you have something against the winner, that means you're not learning from the winner. It took me years to realize, why don't you listen to people who have great bodies more and just do what they are saying? If they have a great body, that means they know more than you. They're better at this than you. It wasn't until I started actually taking the advice of people who are in great shape that like I actually started having control of my weight. But I'm trying to get control again. You know what I mean? I kind of lost it a little bit over the last year or so. But kind of like been back and forth. I was down to like 20, 50 pounds. So the goal by the end of this year is to be back down to 260. You know what I mean? So I'm doing that by like, you guys have a plan, man. Like, real talk, if you're trying to like come down, like having a day or two where you eat like mad eggs and beef and potatoes and whatnot, you won't be hungry for the rest of the week because like it takes that long to digest like nutrient dense food. It takes a minute. You know what I mean? Like me, not so much anymore. That and at least really a half hour to an hour walking in the morning before you start work. That's the best thing you can do for your weight. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do is like, you're gonna, naturally, for one, you get more steps in, and the vitamin D. The vitamin D does a lot. Even if it's cold outside, I don't care if you gotta get foot and hand warmers. If you gotta take, you can take several. Here's the secret: you can take several walks a day, and no one can stop you. Isn't that wonderful? But anyway, no, went for the tangent and whatnot. But going back to again winning, it's really important. It's important for all of us because it's also about being able to look at a situation, right, and look and recognize what the facts are. That's why communication is so important. You may see me and I walk in the room and I look bummed, I look upset. And you say, what's going on? Man, man, like right now, it's just not it. It's not it, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's not it. Well, what happened? Man, my manager was like blowing my shit. And if you don't ask that person to use actual English, we may not be clear on what happened. You may not know exactly what happened. Because that's not really information. This person is telling you how they feel. And we say, all right, well, what happened? Oh, nah, so I came into work like 45 minutes late, and my manager was like, hey, what's going on? What tarnation is going on? And, so on and so forth. So, got into a dance battle, smoked him. Now I'm joking, but my bad. But when you're more direct, you make them be more direct. Now we're getting somewhere. Now you can have a conversation about, well, why was you late why was you 45 minutes late? Oh, nah, shit, I was overslept. Started doing laundry. I decided to season some ribs. Start getting dinner started for later on. Right? But anyway, so at the end of the day, we have to look at what's best for everyone. But Drake has done what's best for everyone because he also gave more people opportunities to have a career. Because now people are listening to you. I'm like, the willingness that people have to undermine positive things he's done that had a positive impact on Black people, including Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to keep going over this shit. There we go again. He put him on a record. He gave him his own song on Take Care. Take Care is one of the best albums ever made. And one of the best albums in Drake's catalog. Okay. Puts him on his tour, the Club Paradise tour. He gains all these new fans. After that, he's on Poetic Justice. Kendrick's biggest single at that time. So, I remember what it was and where he was at. hip hop heads knew who Kendrick was, not regular people. It was also at a time where girls found it to be kind of more cute. It became more trendy for girls to be up on niggas that sounded like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And I think his music was more women friendly because it sounded really good. Section 80, I'm like, damn, I never thought about the fact that I like what he was doing on Section 80 better than anything else. The first time I heard Good Kid, Mad City, like it grew on me and whatnot. I'm not saying I don't like it, but when I first heard it, I didn't fall in love with it immediately. Actually, I don't necessarily like all the songs. Most of the songs don't feel good. They don't really feel like anything. There's no ride to it. You know what I'm saying? You can't like just nod your head. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of it is dope, but it's like it's not a lot of it doesn't have a good feel to it. It's off like Poetic Justice. Maybe like the backseat freestyle. And again, good records. It's just that it's very conceptual. And music is meant to sound good, and music is meant to be enjoyed. It's not as, and again, you can be artistic, but that's always your number one goal with a song. You can't say, "All right, well, I want to, I'm just gonna do this to fuck with you." That's another thing too. The Kitchen makes this like, I made this to fuck with you music. Like, so this is, hey, what's up? I'm doing this to fuck with you. Yeah, you hear this voice I'm doing it to fuck with you because you ain't gonna say shit about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what else, man? I think about like how much like black men are bullied. Like I'm like, wow, like yo, for the most part, people are saying that you are not like us, and you're basically you're not a quote unquote a real nigga because again, if you feel as though someone has an unfair advantage over you and people don't know about it, you think that if he knows that someone has an unfair advantage over him, he should just say, nah, I don't want to ruin y'all fantasy of how great this guy is. That's not how it works. Like, no, like this is some serious shit. This is some high stakes shit. These are $1 million deals. And y'all don't make room for the possibility that you don't get how big this thing is. Pause. Get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, and you know what? I had to get one of those. Niggas ain't real, man. All right, man. So I'm gonna play the rest of this drum real quick, man, and we'll get up out of here, man.
Rappers, because he was able to
some good ass water. Yo, this sweater is really fly. This sweater is amazing, and these frames are amazing.
He really helped. If you think about the artists that he helped, like succeed because of his cosign.
What was said on Twitter?
Just to his point, how did this person hop on the song? I'm like, yo, you think anyone can make Drake hop on a song?
Let me ask you a question. How did Drake hop on 21 Savage song? How did he jump on?
Niggas don't got that no more.
No.
So I'd be like, y'all better be careful what y'all wish for, because now the man that was like, yo, oh yeah, I rock with that. I'm gonna do a song with you. Yeah, come hop on my video. That was his thing.
Right.
That's gone now.
No, it's not really gone.
In a sense of like, no, but it's not. It's not let me not say it's gone, but I feel like he may not do it anymore based off of what just transpired, because I feel like he felt like he feels like
betrayed.
Bingo. I feel like he's been betrayed by everyone that he helped, and now he's not going to be as giving as he was. Right?
But he's not. He's not hurt. He's screaming more than anybody still.
At the end of the day, if that's what he chose to do, that's his business. Yeah. Because shit, he helped a lot of motherfuckers.
Absolutely did.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and if I help some motherfuckers and they turn their back on me, I might feel the same way too.
Correct.
So let me also explain why they're not wrong. If you have some friends, right? Or matter of fact, let's just say again, if you have friends, right, to a certain degree, well, part of being a friend is defending someone's reputation, right? So what we saw was that almost no celebrity spoke up and was like, "This is weird. Like what's going on here?" At least no high level celebrity, no one that actually raps for real was really commenting on this shit. to a certain degree, a big part of this beef was, again, this is what we do. We build people up to tear them down. We love the idea, not we, but black people in particular love the idea of someone being able to hurt Drake. Because I mean, like, look at these comments. A lot of it is so biased. I'm like, God damn, like, since when do you hate Drake? Where did Drake hate come from? You know, and it comes to a point in a lot of men's lives when you got to realize or have to decide for yourself, what are you going to give? What are you comfortable giving? What is your limit? How much are you going to give? And should you be giving the thing that you're trying to give? Men don't like that because men want to feel useful. Nothing wrong with that. But that's why the vetting process on both sides has to be, y'all both have to be looking for particular things. That's why, honestly, y'all having the same religion, if you have a religion, can really help the relationship. Because at least you'll have that. Okay. So a part of what you know what I'm saying, that your friend, part of a friendship is you just have certain rules and you always defend your friend's reputation. You don't allow someone to make your friend look crazy, or even if you're cool with someone and whatnot, it's an honorable thing to defend them if someone is being unfair with them, because you will want someone to defend you if someone's treating you unfairly or talking about you in a way that made you sound crazy. Right? And what went on in this shit is that no one said anything. As if like, yo, I'm like again, this has been someone who, again, everyone can acknowledge that a lot of people that we love today, you know them because they had a Drake feature. Or you found out, or the first time you heard them was because of a Drake feature. Most of these niggas I knew who they was because Drake was on a song with them. All right. And somebody wrote a really good comment. If I get out of here. The Drake effect is huge. It's a lot of mainstream artists today that was introduced to us via the Drake effect. I think what he done was great for the industry and culture, except the culture didn't appreciate. The whole issue with K-Dot may have shown Drizzy the game don't love you. That's a part of the culture as well. The streets don't love no one. So Drizzy got a decision. Do you love the culture enough to continue to bless others or not? So I don't think that Drake is going to stop. But I think that, I mean, he has the material for his next album. Well, I think it'll be very interesting because he gets to explore this a little more, and now he has something to talk about. And because honestly, the beef has, I mean, for the most part, it's revitalized Drake a lot because you're talking about Drake more now. Me personally, like, yeah, I've always been a Drake fan, but he got too many good songs, and I've played them all way too much. And you don't need to make no more songs. Keep it stacked. But during this beef and the songs that came after that, I had a whole summer. Those songs got me through some tough times, bro. Like, even what he's saying on No Face, I can't be showing no stress in my face. Like I'm like, and that's when I start thinking more about saying things that matter and having your verse be a series of saying things that matter, so that, because that's what hip hop's supposed to do. You're supposed to hear certain bars and it change you. You learn something or you level up in some kind of way. But anywho, all right, man. I gotta go to sleep, man. I got work in the morning, man. But yo, thank you everyone who subscribes to the channel. Everyone who been leaving comments and whatnot, whether they're positive or negative. Shout out to y'all. Be safe, man. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. We are out of here, man. Peace.